Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Inside the Mirror Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle David, as always. And today, there are no guests. I'm the guest. I'm the guest on my show. And here we go. I just wanted to have an episode where I talk a little bit. I've tried to do a lot of good listening, but I want to talk for a second and share some things with you guys that I think are important, especially in 2020, where we're at right now, as a country, as a people, as individuals, as friends and spouses and people in relationships, just as humans in 2020. And I'm only going to speak to people in America because that's where I live, and that we face different issues than the rest of the world in certain ways. So I really want to talk about what I think is important and something I've been working on and I think could be helpful to people is purpose. What is your purpose in life? And in 2020, what are you supposed to be learning? What are you supposed to be doing? And let me start it off here a little controversially. I guarantee you that your purpose in life is not to share the dopest memes or to share the coolest things on social media or to share all the reasons why your opinion is right. I guarantee that's not your purpose in life. If 2020 wouldn't have happened, your purpose in life was not to be a ultimate memer or a master social media arguer. That's not your purpose in life. For my own personal beliefs that God made each and every one of us with an individual purpose. He put you on this earth, gave you life, and there was a design and a reason for your life. There was a purpose for your life. So as 2020 has exposed a lot of things, it's also an opportunity, in my opinion, for a lot of growth, personal growth. And again, with talking about purpose, personal growth, this is a time to seek your purpose in life. Why am I here? What is my purpose in life? What am I supposed to be doing in life as a human, as an individual, right? There's such things as collective purposes, right? Like fighting injustice and evil is a collective purpose, but that looks different for everybody. And then, but I don't want to just talk about just current events, but like, what is your purpose in life? And for me, 2020 has really sparked in me a desire to dive deeper into my purpose, which I believe is focused around impact and what I can do to impact others, to impact the world. But what is your purpose? Maybe you know kind of it's along these lines, or maybe you have no idea. So that's why I wanted to talk and chat about purpose. What is your purpose? How do you figure out your purpose? I don't have all the answers. This is just me speaking for my own opinions, experiences, and things of that nature. So again, in 2020, I think with all the struggle that we're going through, from COVID to racial injustice to rioting, to economically finances, how do I make money in this time where I can't open my business or where I'm not able to make as much money as I could before? Like there's just so much going on. And I think it comes back to just the greatest things happen in the midst of the storm. I've heard that said before, and I truly believe it. Great things happen in the midst of the storm. I was talking to my mom on the phone earlier, and I referenced an interview I saw with Mark Cuban during the beginnings of COVID lockdown, where he said the greatest entrepreneurs of the next generation will be created through this tough time, right? When tough times happen, great people come out of it. They become stronger. Normal people or average people can either choose to become stronger or to stay the same. You don't want to stay the same in life. You should never want to stay the same in life. Progress, becoming a better person, a better friend, a better spouse. Again, you always should be seeking to become a better you, right? And 2020 has really been a tough one for most of us. But when life gets tough, there's opportunities within that to pivot and do something different, to learn about yourself, to give to others. We all have a purpose in the midst of struggle. There's when I don't know if you know that most people understand the process of making a diamond. You have to apply massive amounts of pressure to make a diamond, to make a diamond of high quality. And you want to be a high quality person, right? Most of us want to be high quality individuals, but there has to be pressure applied to form you into the gem or the diamond that you are supposed to be. Pressure has to be applied. And 2020 is pressure. Pressure is being applied to me. Pressure is being applied to you. and to everybody else, in some form, pressure is being applied to you. And it's, are you going to stay strong and grow and let that pressure mold you into something strong and beautiful? Or are you going to let that pressure crush you and crack you and break you, and you give in to the pressure in a negative way, and you don't get molded and cut into a beautiful gem or a beautiful diamond? And you may or may not agree with me, but I think 2020 is a year that is going to put pressure on everyone and create a lot of beautiful diamonds of people who grab onto 2020, handle it well. No one's going to handle it perfectly or has handled it perfectly. But 2020 is, if you can see it right, and I've started to see it the past few weeks in this way, and I told my mother this earlier, I'm starting to see 2020 as a gift. And you can think I'm cuckoo crazy, but I think 2020 is a gift to all of us, because it's an opportunity to face struggle and learn how to overcome obstacles and get through tough times, because tough times are coming again. There's another 2020 coming. Obviously, it's not going to be in the year 2020. There's another circumstance, just like 2020, whether it's another virus or a global happening or a natural disaster. Struggles are still coming. And how we deal with those struggles, these struggles now, determines how we're going to deal with the next struggles in life, because there's plenty coming. You're not making it out of life with any more struggles without facing more struggles. There are plenty of struggles coming down the pipeline for me, for you, for everybody else. So again, I know we're all over the place, but coming back to purpose, what is your purpose? In the midst of struggle, what are you supposed to be doing? And I think it can be broken down as simply as this. You don't have to be like, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what I should be doing. Let me help you. Here are some things all of us can be doing. You can be loving the people around you, right? Are you checking on the people around you? Are you sending messages and staying in communication with people that you know are in isolation, or they live by themselves during all this, or you know they're not always in a great mental space and they just need somebody to be there for them and listen to them? Are you being there for the people around you? That is all of our collective purpose right now, is to make sure that we are unified and uniting with the people that we love and care about, and we're being there for them. However that may be. Maybe people just need you to listen to them. Maybe there's certain people that you're able to financially help. Whatever that is, are you being kind to the people around you? That's a collective purpose for all of us, for you and me, is to be kind to the people around us. That is one actionable way you can let the pressure of 2020 turn you and help mold you into a better person, is by taking action and saying, I'm going to be kind to people. In the midst of 2020, where the collective hive mind of the internet is not kind, it's not positive, it's not kind, it's not loving. There are pockets of it, but the majority of social media and the internet and the arguments of 2020, mask, no mask, Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, all of these debates and arguments, Republicans, Democrats, Trump, Biden, everything's divisive, and the collective voice of the internet and of the people is negative and not helpful. And if you only buy into the arguments, you are not seeking to become better through the struggle. There's a lot of people that need just love and kindness, support, a listening ear right now. And you can be that. And I can be that. So that right there is a collective purpose that you have right now. As you go, and even if you think right now, I don't know what my purpose is, or I've been trying to figure out what my purpose is in life, let me help you. One part of your purpose is to be loving to the people around you. Before COVID, that was the case. After COVID, that's going to be the case. In the next year, that's going to be the case. Our purpose is always to be kind and loving to as many people as possible. That's a collective human purpose. That's how humans advance as a society, as a group of people interacting and living together in nations and cities and communities. Being kind and loving is a mutual responsibility, right? So that's one thing that I think is a collective purpose for all of us as we seek to find our purpose, especially in the craziest year we've seen in our lifetimes. What is our purpose? Let's make it simple. be kind and be loving to the people around you, right? And I heard somebody say the other day, as the world goes, hey, look over here, look, be mad about this, be mad about this, be mad about that, be mad about that. Have you heard about this? You should definitely be mad about that. What about that? Definitely get angry over there. That's terrible. A lot of it is justified. A lot has been exposed in 2020 that is evil and wrong and not for people. And the list goes on about of the evil that we've seen exposed in 2020 and the injustices and the wrong that is being done by many people on many sides politically and this and that. There's a lot of bad things happening. So again, as social media goes, look at this, look at that, look at this bad thing, look at that, blah, 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 blah. You are not going to solve every single issue that continues to pop up by just arguing on the internet. You are not going to solve a thing. I promise. I promise nobody saw your angry post about one of these issues and went, oh my goodness, I better change. Look at that angry post. That's not impact. That's not helpful. Right? So as the world is throwing all these terrible things at you and showing you how bad America is and how bad the world is and how bad everybody is and this group's terrible and this group's terrible, the cops are horrible, the politicians are terrible, and everything's just horrible and a wash. And instead of focusing your time on how every single thing is bad, you know what you could do? Pardon me, I'm going to take a drink real quick. Take that time and energy you focus on going down the rabbit holes and figuring out how bad things really are. What about the people around you that are actually in need? And I get it, man. When I keep hearing about all this child sex trafficking stuff, it makes me sick to my stomach. It makes me want to punch somebody in the face. Like, for real. It's evil. It's disgusting. It's horrible. I think we all collectively feel the same about most of the issues. Racial injustice is terrible. If I see a black person being talked down to or chastised or harassed by somebody, I'm going to step in. If I see a female being treated incorrectly or disrespected, I'm going to step in, right? If I see some of these injustices happening, I'm going to step in. But I've decided not to spend every single moment of my time going down the rabbit hole and figuring out every single fact and detail and why this and why that and why this argument and that argument. I know what's right and what's wrong, right? Most of you do too. Most of us know what's right and what's wrong. And it's on us to step up and say something when we see it happen. But spending all your day on your time on the internet, going down each rabbit hole and getting more and more frustrated is not a real practical solution to help fix that problem. Once you identify it's a problem, the next move is seek a solution. So again, going back to your purpose, being kind and loving to people, but with all that's going on with all these issues, help the people in need. I guarantee there are people around you that need something. So before you scream at the internet about everything's broken and we're not fixing anything, what have you done to try to help fix things? And maybe you've done a lot. And if you have, good, let's keep it up. I've done a lot. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I've done a lot in the past 6 months for a lot of people. But I can do more. And my desire should always be to be looking for the next person that could use some help. Whether it's, again, a listening ear, some money, if you're in a position to be financially helpful, a listening ear, an encouraging message, a questions of, hey, how can I be helpful to you? A bottle of water and a granola bar to somebody that's homeless holding a sign. These are actionable things you can do all day, all the time to help make a real difference and change the evil world that we're all upset with. How are you going to change it? Your memeing on the internet isn't changing it. I promise you. That's not impact. That's a lazy way of going about seeking change and impact. Now, I'm not condemning everybody that shares memes and everything. I know some great people that share some great memes. A lot of them that I laugh at that are actually true. All I'm saying is that if you spend the majority of your time just memeing and spouting out your anger on the internet, you are wasting your time. You are not focusing your time and energy on actionable, practical things that help people every day, the people around you. whether it's your friends, your family, your coworkers. Again, the homeless people on the corner in the big cities like Dallas, where I live, they're everywhere. There are people in need all around. So what are you doing to help those people? I'm not here to judge you. I'm not judging you. I hope you don't hear judgment in that. I'm saying, what are you doing to help the people around you? Ask yourself that. You don't have to answer to me. You're accountable for your own actions, your own action or inaction. So talk to yourself. I do it every morning. I got to hold myself accountable. And there's days where I'm like, I have not been doing good at this, and I got to get better at it, right? It's called self-awareness, and you got to practice it, right? So again, I want to wrap all this up, going back to the word I used at the beginning, purpose. What is my purpose in life? That's been a question of the ages. For centuries, people have gone, what is my purpose? What is life? What is my purpose? Well, here are some basic things that can give you purpose and help you live in your purpose right now. Be kind to the people that you interact with. Be loving towards people that you disagree with. Oh no, Kyle. Oh no, Kyle, don't go there. Don't go there. Okay, hold on. No, Kyle, because some people I just can't be loving towards because they are racist and evil. And I mean, I get it. There are people that I am like, God, I cannot love these people. They are ignorant and evil and selfish and greedy and everything else. And there's no way I can love these people. But I'm reminded of this, and I'll wrap it up in a second. I've done a lot of bad things in my life. A lot of things that I regret, and a lot of things that hurt a lot of people. And in my experience, God has forgiven me for all of them. All of them. Right. So at one point, I was not a good person, and I was given grace and a second chance, and I was forgiven for the bad things that I did. And now I have a second chance to be a good person, and I'm trying to take advantage of that. So all I'm saying is until people are dead, we should not give up hope that they would see the light and quit doing whatever they're doing, or we can't change people, but we can influence people. Until they're dead, they are not a lost cause. That's what I'm trying to say. There are people out there that you justifiably are angry at, and you're like, they are idiots. You should see the things they post. They are against people. They're supporting things that are obviously wrong. I get it. I'm with you. But is it helpful to just write them off and hate on them? No, it's not. That's not helpful. Again, unity is the only answer to all of this, to anything. I'm not saying you have to be friends with these people, but I'm saying if you can try to just love people and go, I got love for them because they're a human, they're a person. I think they're a complete idiot, but I'm not going to let that make my heart bitter, right? So purpose, love the people around you. Be kind to the people around you. Don't get into meaningless arguments. My dad has said this, and I've shared this on the podcast before. My dad has said this. In life, you can be one of two things. In life, you can be right or you can be loving. But it's very difficult to be both, right? Because when you're trying to convince somebody why they're wrong and you're right, it's almost impossible to show love and grace and kindness in the midst of that. You can be right and not argue your point to everybody. If you're right, like there's many times where I know I'm right. So that's enough for me. I don't need to prove it to somebody else that I'm right. I already proved it to myself. I know I'm right. So if somebody wants to come at me and disagree with me and argue with me, I'm not going to engage. I'm going to engage in a calm conversation, maybe stating a few of my points, but like, I'm not going to engage your anger and your bitterness and your hatred or your emotion back. I'm not going to engage back negatively. I'm going to engage back positively, lovingly, as kind as I can be. I'm not going to get into it with you. I'm just going to try to show you love because I'm not here to change people. I'm here to influence people. And you're going to do that by being kind and by being loving and by helping the people around you that you can help, however you can help. Again, whether it's with a listening ear, whether it's using your phone, text messaging, calling some people, checking in on people, giving water to the people on the corner. Here in Texas, it's hot. These homeless people love bottles of water. Trust me. So there are actionable ways you can help make a huge impact. And when you start making impact on the circle around you, you might start to grow a larger circle of impact. Just saying. When you start doing the right thing, More good things happen. Just saying. Just saying. So I'm not going to stay on here. I want to wrap this up with a few things. Again, if I haven't said it enough, your purpose right now, if you're confused and life has bogged you down and COVID and 2020 is just, you feel the pressure, remember this. It takes pressure to make a diamond, and you have to stay strong. Hang in there. As the pressure is just pushing down on you, just know if you hang on, life 2020 is gonna mold you into a beautiful gem of a person if you handle it correctly. I get it. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but hang on. Don't let it crack you and crush you and make you bitter and angry and despairing. Hang on. Be strong. Do these actionable things that will help you feel purposeful in life in a year that feels hopeless and there's not a lot of purpose. There's a lot of it just feels hopeless, right? Do the things that will make you will give you purpose. I'm telling you, when you start being intentional with your kindness and the way you interact with people and trying to give more than you take, just be the change. I know that's cheesy, but cheesy sayings are a thing because they're real. Be the change. Be countercultural. Our culture is negative. Our culture is full of hate and anger and evil right now. Some of it justifiable, some of it just being perpetuated by other evil people. Be a change. Be a light. The world is so dark right now, it's easy to be a light. It is. I've experienced it. Being nice right now makes you shine. It does. It does. And trying to do your best to help people in need around you, you'll feel a sense of purpose. You won't feel hopeless after you do that for a few weeks. After you interact with people kindly, you check on people that you love, you make sure you're giving more than you're taking, you're being a blessing to other people, even when you don't feel like it, you'll start to feel purposeful. Your view on 2020, I think, will start to shift. And as I said at the beginning, I think 2020 is a gift because it's sharpening people. The struggle is sharpening us. It's preparing us for the struggles that are coming in life there's more. COVID is not the last struggle you will experience. I promise you. So I love you guys. I'm with you guys. I don't have it all figured out. So if I said something you don't agree with, the social media links are below. Hit me up. Send me a message. Let's talk. I'm for the people. I'm for the people of America. I'm for the people of this world. I'm for people that God created. So that's everybody. I'm for people. I'm for you. And I want you to be the best you can be as I seek to be the best that I can be. And I make mistakes and I trip and I fall and I fail. And you will too. Get back up. Try again. Life is long. We have a lot of years ahead of us. Okay, most of us have a lot of years ahead of us. Start right now. If you weren't doing it before 2020, start right now, digging deep, working on yourself, going, what can I do to make a change in just where I'm at? You can't fix racism. You by yourself are not going to solve all of the world's problems. But you can influence the lives around you, and you don't know, that might start solving some of the world's problems. Think about it. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening if you're listening. Mad love to every single one of you. Thanks for letting me come on here and communicate with you and share my thoughts and feelings. And again, I don't have it all figured out. I'm not perfect. I'm just trying to be helpful. That's why I don't run ads on this podcast, is because I'm not trying to do anything other than be a benefit to whoever watches and listens. And if I'm not, let me know how I can be more helpful to you.